to make a brief opening statement for a maximum of 5 minutes.
Chair, the Ministry of Trade, Investment and Tourism has embraced a renewed and focused vision to lead Trinidad and Tobago's transformation toward a strong, sustainable and diversified economy. Our mission is to drive national growth by expanding the non-energy sector and unlocking the full potential of our people, industries, and markets. From the outset, the Ministry placed strategy at the forefront of its agenda, rather than relying on ad hoc management. Within our first week in office, we convened a comprehensive strategy session to set a unified direction for the Ministry. That session established 6-month, 2-year, and 5-year targets for exports, investment, and tourism, creating a clear roadmap for performance and accountability, and setting the national tone that the Ministry of Trade, Investment, and Tourism is open for business, serious business. To ensure that strategy translates into measurable outcomes, we place strong emphasis on implementation and performance management. The Ministry now conducts weekly performance reviews across all departments to track progress toward our targets. It has been truly inspiring to see our management team at the Ministry fully embrace this new culture, one that is outcome-oriented, disciplined, and focused on results. Through this approach, the Ministry staff is being transformed from individuals and units operating in silos into a well-oiled, high-performing organization built on teamwork, discipline, and accountability. Our mandate is clear: to diversify and modernize the economy while generating new revenue streams beyond our traditional dependence on oil and gas. This transformation is anchored on 3 strategic pillars: trade, investment, and tourism, the engines of sustainable growth and global competitiveness. Our key priorities are: expand non-energy exports to increase foreign exchange inflows, attract and sustain high-quality investments that create jobs and build local capacity, modernize the trade and business environment to enhance efficiency, transparency, and competitiveness, position Trinidad and Tobago as a premier destination for business, investment, and tourism, a hub where commerce, culture, and creativity converge. Through this renewed vision, disciplined execution, and a performance-driven culture, the Ministry reaffirms its unwavering commitment to building a resilient, inclusive, and globally connected economy, one that delivers measurable results and long-term prosperity for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Chair, I thank you, and I look forward to the questions from the Standing Finance Committee.
Honourable members, the question is that the sum of $285,517,600 for Head 85, Ministry of Trade, Investment and Tourism, stand part of the schedule. The sum of $285,517,600 for Head 85, Ministry of Trade, Investment and Tourism, is comprised of monies proposed for expenditure under the following subheads and items to be found in the draft estimates of recurrent expenditure, the draft estimates of the revenue and expenditure of statutory boards and similar bodies and of the Tobago House of Assembly, and the draft estimates of the development program. We shall now consider the draft estimates of recurrent expenditure. These items are to be found between pages 521 to 523 inclusive, and I shall begin with subhead 01, item 001, General Administration. Diego Martin West.
Thank you very much, Chair. Through you, Chair, I would also like to thank the staff of the ministry for being here with us. I know you all were here last night and we weren't able to go through this item, so I thank you all for being here this morning. So, looking at the first item, 001, salaries and cost of living allowances. Comparatively to the previous Ministry of Trade and Industry, we are seeing a 900,000 increase in this particular item. What accounts for this increase, Minister?
Thank you for your question. Yes, one contributor to that is outstanding arrears of acting allowances and increments to employees who are awaiting acting approvals from DPA HR unit. We also have a retired permanent secretary that's on pre-retirement leave, and that takes us into 27/10/26, so that's accounted for there. There's also payment for SRC arrears of salary from 1/4/2020 to 31/1/2025 was paid to eligible officers in financial year 2025. The rates were adjusted on the payroll system February 2025.
Thank you very much, Minister. Can the Minister identify how many vacant posts, if any, there are?
Yes, there are 174 vacant positions.
174 vacant positions, but the increase is mainly for arrears. Does the Minister plan on filling these vacant positions within this fiscal?
Yes. Yes, it's the service commissions, but if any additional support is required, we will follow established protocols.
Based on what the Minister said, is there actually a contingency for the financial amount required to fill these vacant positions?
Could you repeat, please?
Is there a contingency or provision to fill these vacant positions based on what the Minister answered in terms of the 900,000 being for arrears?
Yes, I've been advised that we don't interfere with the service commissions.
The question is about the actual amount
Yes.
provided.
As I indicate, if additional support is needed
Okay. Thank you.
all, we will follow established protocols.
Thank you very much, Minister. So, regarding this amount and the vacant positions, are any of these positions for trade officers?
Yes. Yeah, the short answer is yes.
Yes. So, are these for trade officers for Curacao, Nigeria, and India?
Yeah. Not at this time.
Not at this time. I simply ask this question because based on what the finance minister presented in the budget, he mentioned these areas and expansion. So that was the reasoning behind my question. Thank you very much, Minister, for that one. Regarding item 03, overtime monthly paid officers, I see an allowance of $1,000. Does the minister see that as sufficient for overtime paid officers given the drive to expand our trade and industry footprint?
It's for messengers only.
Yeah, this is for messengers only, right?
So it's enough.
Pardon me, can the minister please repeat?
Overtime for messengers.
Yeah, this is for overtime for messengers.
For messengers, thank you. But not for any other staff?
Correct.
No.
No, thank you very much. So I'm seeing remuneration to board members, item 06. Can the minister identify which boards and the size of these boards?
Caesar. Caesar.
Right. This allocation will be used to facilitate monthly payment and fees and traveling allowances to board members, especially Special Economic Zones Authority, comprising 1 chairperson, 1 deputy chairperson, and 8 members.
So special economic zone boards.
Yeah.
How many of these boards?
1.
So it's one board, not boards. Thank you. Moving to item 14, remuneration.
Can I, Chair? I wanted a follow-up, please. Honorable Minister, can I ask that you kindly
Is
provide...
it that Member Farima?
It's
Thank
before,
you.
because he's at, I'm at 6,
Yes,
and he's going to 14.
yes.
Yes. I wanted to ask that if you can provide the names of the persons at 14, as that was referred to earlier,
At
in
14?
writing, that's fine. In writing, yes,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Definitely. Sure.
Diego Martin West.
Thank you very much, Chair, for calling on me.
14.
Yes, 14. Remuneration.
Did you move on? Oh, 14, sorry.
Yes, remuneration to members of cabinet appointed committees. Same concern as the leader of the opposition. Could we get the names of the members of on these committees, if possible, and details concerning these committees?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Minister. No further questions on this item for me. Thank you very much, Minister.
Thank you very much. Item 003, Consumer Affairs Division. Item 004, Research and Planning. Diego Martin West.
Thank you very much, Chair. We are seeing a $120,000 decrease comparatively for item 001, Salaries and Cost of Living Allowance. I would like to know what accounted for this.
The allocation will be used to facilitate payment of salaries and COLA under the item. We have a number of established positions, 18, number of positions filled, 7, number of positions vacant, 11. Payment includes salaries and COLA for existing staff, salaries and COLA for officers who are appointed or promoted in vacant positions by the Service Commission Department, outstanding arrears for acting allowances and increments to employees who are awaiting acting approvals from the DPA HR unit.
Less acting.
Thank you very much, Minister. But my question was really about the decrease. How come there's a decrease compared to research and planning to the previous year in the allocation for the Ministry of, what was the Ministry of Trade and Industry?
Yeah. I've been advised that it's arrears from previous years.
Thank you very much, Minister. No further questions for me, Chair.
Thank you.
Mausika. Malabar Mausika.
Thank you, Chair. Line item 27, government contribution to group health insurance monthly paid officers. Can the minister indicate how many monthly paid officers are covered under that allocation?
27.
Item 27, government contribution to group health insurance monthly paid officers. Can the minister indicate how many persons are covered under that, how many monthly paid officers are covered under that allocation of 24,000?
I've been advised it's 8.
8?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Item 004, Research and Planning. Item 005, Consumer Outreach and Protection Unit. Item 006, Tourism. Subhead 02, Goods and Services. Pages
Yeah.
523 to
Thank you.
526. Item 001, General Administration. Member for Rima.
Yes, goods and services, 002, yeah, general ministry, okay. Honorable Minister, could you indicate, as it relates to 16 contract employment, could you indicate how many persons fall under this category?
16. Yeah, 110.
110.
Total number of contract positions is 110.
All right, so Honorable Minister, in the interest of time, can you provide me, and all those positions are filled?
No.
No, okay. So can you say how many there are bodies and how many without, if
Yes.
possible?
66 are filled and 44 are vacant.
Okay, so can you kindly provide the list of the number of positions?
Yes.
And provide the names of those 66 persons so employed? Thank you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Port of
Thank you.
Spain South.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Under this head item, and particularly 020108, rent, lease, office accommodations, and storage, could you tell us, and it could be in writing if you don't have it, what was the rollover from the former ministry and what are the new accommodations or storage this ministry has now undertaken, and what's the cost? Yep.
I can provide this in writing, sir.
Mr. Chairman, for the economy of time, we'll take that in writing.
Thank you very much. Member for Rima.
Yes, just one other item in relation to 16. Can I also ask, when you're providing, if you can just give a brief description of responsibilities, please? Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Port of Spain South.
The same heading, but item 1.5, repairs and maintenance equipment. I don't think that was traversed. I see a figure, correct me if I'm wrong, of $10,700,000. Am I correct? No. You will have got it wrong.
16.
That is contract employment.
Yes.
I think the leader of the opposition had gotten that.
Is 211,000,
211.
that is. Okay, so that, might I take it you don't have a question on that
No,
anymore?
I don't.
Thank you very much. No other questions on that item. Item 002, Weights and Measures Inspectorate. Diego Martin West.
Sorry, Chair, you just missed me there. So on 002-001, item number 27, official overseas travel, to what destinations are we speaking of?
Gotten quite that far yet.
Sorry, Chair.
So perhaps you could hold that question when we get there. So I'm now on 002 Weights and Measures Inspectorate. Mausika, is your hand up for that?
Chair, can you confirm which page you're on? Is it 524?
I'm on 524.
I think that's the page that
That's it.
the member
Yes.
was asking about.
Yes, that's a page, but we're not on the item as yet, I
No,
think.
but you just reached weights and measures, but the
Weights
question...
and Measures, is that the item?
No, it's before that.
Yes, so, yeah.
Chair, I was trying to get your attention before that. Just before you jumped forward, I was trying to get your attention.
Chair, can I just as well, because I didn't hear you, subject to your correction, because on 002, General Administration, did you call that one? Because I didn't hear that.
I beg your pardon? Member for
Before
Rima?
Weights and Measures, did you call 02, Goods and Services?
But we're on General Administration.
Oh, okay.
Questions were asked.
Okay, well, that's when
Yes.
the member said 27, and you said you hadn't reached there, because I also had on 22.
We have passed that. but because we've been going so well on time, I'm going to indulge
Okay.
members and go back.
My apologies.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
So, right,
So-
member for Diego Martin West, you're on 0227. All right.
Yes, sir, Chair.
Yes, official. Well, that's at page 524. I was going to go ahead, but okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Chair. Minister, so I'm just trying to ascertain what destinations is this amount targeted to members going to? What destinations are considered in this overseas travel?
Part of it is, probably all, is the QUTED meeting biannually in Guyana. As you know, we are part of CARICOM, and we need to lobby for a lot of things in QUTED. So that's going to require some traveling.
Is it that the minister
And trade missions to Caribbean and Latin American countries.
is it that the minister and the ministry intends to re-engage on the Sandals project and other projects of that nature?
Yeah, I can't answer that at this point.
Thank you very much, Minister.
Member for Rima.
Thank you kindly. Mr. Chairman, just the 22, which is short-term employment. Can I kindly ask the Honorable Minister if he could indicate the expected number of individuals to be engaged under this item, the categories of employment, and the duration period, and I'm happy to get it in writing.
Yes,
In the
I'll
interest
provide
of
it in
time.
writing.
Mausika Malabar.
Thank you, Chair. Item 0258, medical expenses, 36,000. Can the minister indicate to whom does that apply?
Expenses 58 or something.
Can you repeat the question again?
Line item 58, 0200158, medical expenses, 36,000. Can the minister indicate to whom does that allocation apply?
This allocation will be used for reimbursement of medical expenses for eligible holders of public offices within the purview of the Salaries Review Commission, Minister and Parliamentary Secretary.
Is it that these persons are not covered under the group health plan?
This is a special location.
Special.
This is a special.
No.
Thank you.
Member for Rima.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, under hosting conferences and seminars, can I inquire, Honorable Minister, is there any expectation of hosting any conferences this year?
What number is this?
66.
Can you?
Yes, right, yeah.
66.
0266.
Yes. The allocation will be used to facilitate payment to partial sponsorship of the Trade and Investment Convention, as we have always supported, partial sponsorship of the Emancipation Support Committee, sponsorship towards Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce Annual Business Outlook Awards, hosting events such as Administrative Professional Day and end-of-year event.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'm moving now to item 002, Weights and Measures Inspectorate. Item 003, Consumer Affairs Division. Item 004, Research and Planning. Item 005, Consumer Outreach Protection Unit. Item 006, Tourism. Diego Martin West.
Thank you very much, Chair, for your acknowledgement. Concerning the official overseas travel in this particular item, I would also like to know what are the destinations highlighted.
Which line item is that?
Sorry, my humble apologies. Item number 27.
27.
27, right. This allocation will be used to facilitate costs relating to official overseas travel, includes contingent for Carrie Festa in August in Barbados.
Sorry, no, this one.
This one.
Oh, sorry. Which one? Right. Okay. UN travel, the UN Tourism General Assembly in Saudi Arabia. That's it?
International tourism.
International Tourism Boss Trade Show and Convention in Berlin.
That's it.
That's it.
So mainly trade shows. Thank you very much, Minister. Moving to item number 62, promotions, publicity.
Mr. Chair, before you get to 62, can I make an inquiry, please? Again, Mr. Chairman, can I? Yes.
Once the member
It's-
gives way.
But it's 16, he's going to 62.
Just once the member gives way, and I suppose that he
16?
has. So
1-6,
Contract employment.
Back to 160.
contract employment
Yeah.
in the sum of 7.9 million. Could the minister also indicate here what are the expected number of individuals to be engaged under this line item?
14.
Okay. The total number of contract positions transferred to 14. Number of positions filled to 11. Number of positions vacant, 2. Investment research officer, tourism officer. 1 vacant officer under short term.
Okay. In the interest of time as well, Honorable Minister, could you provide that list as well? Thank you.
Yes,
In
we will.
writing. Thank you very much. On the short-term employment, which is item 22, can I also ask the same question? The expected number of individuals to be engaged, the categories of employment, and the typical duration, and I will also agree for that to be in writing in the interest of time.
Yes, thank you very much. Will be done.
Malaba Mausika.
Thank you, Chair. Item 08, rent lease office accommodation, storage, 593,000. Can the minister indicate which premises that
Item number
covers?
8, you're saying?
What's
Line number 8, 08?
Yes.
Going back, 08.
The assistance of the
526,
public
yes.
officers.
526-006-08.
Can you repeat the question, please?
08, rent lease office accommodation. Can the minister indicate what premises that is for?
Okay.
593,000.
Front and it's the baby car.
Yeah. Okay. This allocation, I hope I'm answering you correctly here. Correct, answering the right question. This allocation will be used to facilitate payment of rental charges. 1, 45 spots at Hyatt Car Park, because we operate from there, and that's $351,000. Rental of warehouse space at Trade Zone, that's $216,000. That's the store documents and stuff.
Thank you. And line item 21, repairs, maintenance, buildings, 1.5 million. Are those for state-owned premises?
Yeah, it's truck sites and attractions. Sites and attractions.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Line item 21, repairs, maintenance for buildings, 1,530,000. Is that allocation for state-owned premises?
Yeah. This is general maintenance services, Manzanilla, Las Cuevas, Destiny Beach, facilities, beach facilities, Paramin, Lookout, River Estate, Fort George, Lupino, Historical Complex, Labrador Beach Lake Facility, Galleria Point, Toku Lighthouse, maintenance of generators at Manzanilla, Destiny, and Las Cuevas Beach Facility, maintenance of fire extinguishers, septic systems, repairs to the La Vigie Pyramid Lookout, and some of it is, of course, bills outstanding that we are covering.
Would the minister be able to provide for us in writing what is the allocation for each of those facilities?
Yes, yes, we definitely will.
Thank you.
Diego Martin West.
Thank you very much, Chair. I know it may be difficult to list this and provide this in this House at this point in time. So in the interest of the economy of time, I want to ask that the Minister, if possible, could provide in writing the promotions, publicity, and printing with the $5 million amount associated with item number 62, if some clarity could be provided in writing.
62.
Printing.
Yes, absolutely, we'll provide it.
Thank you very much, Minister.
Subhead 03, minor equipment purchases. Item 001, general administration. Item 003, consumer affairs division. Item 006, tourism. Subhead 04, current transfers and subsidies, pages 528 to 530. Item 001, regional bodies. Item 003, United Nations organizations. Item 007, households. Item 009, other transfers. Diego Martin West.
Thank you very much, Chair. Regarding item number 32, Trinidad and Tobago Trade and Investment Promotion Agency, I would like to know what are the vacancies in this particular line item? What vacancies are associated with this line item? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Chair, 32.
Okay.
We'd like to provide this in writing, sir.
Thank you very much, Minister. I await.
Thank you. Item 010, other transfers abroad. Item 011, transfers to state enterprises. Subhead 06, current transfers to statutory board and other similar bodies. Item 004, statutory boards, page 543. Honorable members, we will now move on to the draft estimates of the revenue and expenditure of the statutory boards and similar bodies and of the Tobago House of Assembly. 44, Trinidad and Tobago Bureau of Standards. Subhead 01, personal expenditure, we are page 543. Item 001, general administration. Subhead 02, goods and services. Item 001, general administration. Subhead 03, minor equipment purchases. Item 001, general administration. Subhead 04, current transfers and subsidies. Item 007, households.
Chair, could you tell me, if I could ask you kindly, what page are you on? Thank you.
We're on page 544.
Oh, 544. Okay, thanks.
A different book, right? Item 010, other transfers abroad. Page 54, I don't need it. Okay. Okay, there is 45 Trinidad and Tobago Racing Authority, but there is no allocation there. Honorable members, we shall now move to the draft estimates of Development Program Consolidated Fund. Item 003, Infrastructure, page 222. D, tourism. Port of Spain South.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Honorable Minister, under this item 003D004, Turtle Tourism and Avian Capital Initiative, $4 million. Could the Honorable Minister provide us with the details of how this initiative is going to be implemented?
Yes, well, as you know, we have the highest density of giant turtleback.
I beg your pardon, Minister?
We have the highest density of giant turtlebacks in the world. Probably, from what I understand, 4 times as dense as any other country in the world.
Yes.
And this is something, the best place to be in business is where you're the best in the world at. So we intend to leverage this as a major tourist attraction for the country.
And in this $4 million figure, has an allocation been provided for Tobago in this $4 million?
Pardon me?
In this $4 million allocation, has Tobago been provided for in this $4 million? Or is this just for Trinidad, the $4 million?
We're working with the Village Trust.
Yeah, it's a Turtle, MOE with the Turtle Village Trust.
So yes.
Yes, but this allocation is for both Trinidad and Tobago.
So Tobago has been provided for in this.
Yes.
I have one more question. Under the next head, beautification works through cluster planting of pui trees on the nation's highway. Have I gotten that correct, Honorable Minister?
Yes.
Are you saying that this government is funding at least $1 million for cluster planting on the nation's highways and provided $1 million
Yes,
to do
sir.
it?
Yes.
Honorable Minister, wasn't the CPEP workers doing this very same thing of planting
I
on
don't
the
think
highways?
that's a proper question. No, that's...
Okay, I will rephrase, Mr. Speaker, I will rephrase.
It is a tourist attraction like the Japan cherry blossoms to beautify the country.
Yes, on the highways, correct?
You make it all over the country and you involve all the children involved in this.
So you agree that this is being done on the highways? And my question to you, sir, is this, and you're going to hire workers to do that, correct?
Volunteers.
And you're going to hire workers to do that, correct?
We are hoping to hire a lot of volunteers, especially school children.
But you have allocated a sum of $1 million, so you're going to pay school children money? You
have other costs involved.
So my question to you, this is why my question to you is this, under this heading, isn't this, sir, exactly what the CPEP workers were doing?
No.
They weren't planting trees on the highway and beautifying the highways?
This is tourism, sir.
Pardon me?
This is tourism.
And when the CPEP workers were planting and beautifying the highways, that wasn't tourism?
I think that's enough for the Spain South on that. I think that's enough. All right.
It doesn't arise. It actually arises. But you are ashamed because you are the one.
Okay, enough of that. Everyone. All right, calm down. Okay. Everyone. Okay. Yes, we are. Port of Spain North, St. Anne's East, West. Okay, enough of that.
And do not call me a hooligan and defending the rights of my people when you mobilize them.
Okay. Port of Spain South. No, you can't.
Mr. Chair.
Okay, everyone calm down. There is absolutely no need for this rancor. We've been going fine all morning.
I was waiting for me to be.
Port of Spain North, St. Anne's West.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. I must say, having left the sanctity of a calm courtroom to appear here is a bit of an awakening. Minister, good afternoon. Page 222, D002, Trinidad and Tobago Hotel and Guest House. There's an allocation of $1.5 million here. As I'm sure by now you're aware, having taken over the portfolio of tourism, this is an absolutely critical item, especially for the smaller guest houses, which we will rely on more and more now and have the potential to earn foreign exchange for us in Trinidad and Tobago as we look to broaden our tourism package and product. Mr. Minister, the sum of $1.5 million, as you know, in today's time of cost of construction, the increasing cost globally due to tariffs, etc., of being able, because it's all imported, if one has to fix over their guest house, even something as simple as a bathroom, the importation of tiles, wash basins, etc. Do you think that the sum of $1.5 million, which is just over $100,000 a month for a year, is sufficient to support the stock of guest houses in Trinidad and Tobago?
So it's targeted.
This is what, sorry?
It's targeted specifically. It's an award of contracts pending approval for the upgrade of Kent Investment Trinidad Limited, Cara Hotels, Culture Crossroads Inn, Hospitality Plus Limited, Cruise Inn, amount to be paid from 2025-26 allocation, 324. Projects completed, reimbursed, being processed. Airport Suites, Tradewinds Hotel, estimated cost $928,660 to be paid from 2025-2026 allocation. The balance, So, it's an existing project that we are continuing.
And I think, thank you very much for the helpful information, but I think the figures that you've prepared have really highlighted the point that I'm making. You are saying this is actually to pay for projects that already been identified. For example, the Cora Suites, the Kent House project, which I assume is the Napa Hotel, and these types of things. And those, listening to the figures, that has already exceeded the $1.5 million. So when the small guest houses come to you during the course of the year, as invariably they will, where is the money going to come from, sir, to be able to assist them?
Yeah, we are hoping to attract alternative private investments. For instance, we have a large hotel group coming next month, and we are hoping they are agents for things like Best Western, small to medium-sized hotel chains, not the Hyatts and the
Understood, but all that you have listed fall into, for example, Cruise Inn, quite a successful small family business establishment on the Western Peninsula. And what you're seeing there, in addition to the Cora Suites at Kent project, those are, let's call them small to medium-term private investors. So saying that you're hoping to attract private investment is again making my point, because all that you've listed there are private investors who have come and sought the government's assistance in the upgrade of existing facilities, which is what this line item is for. Yeah. So I come back to my question, and I say you have already exhausted, because you're saying this is to pay existing projects that have been identified and approved. You've already exhausted the sum, if you tally up the numbers that you've just given us, of $1.5 million. Where is the money going to come from? This is not for the Best Westerns and the smaller Comfort Inns, etc. This is for the, as it says, the hotels and guest houses.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, sir. Next month, we're having a large contingent coming in. They've had people come in before doing preliminary work, and they represent the smaller, the medium-sized hotel chains. And as you know, when you go to book a hotel, you go to Best Western. So we are looking to see how actively we can co-brand these hotels so they get, they leverage the global brand names. And we're hoping that we can invite all the people and co-brand with international names.
Thank you very much. So I think the answer is right now you don't have the money under this line item to be able to facilitate, because even when you attract new ones, for example, I am certain it falls under you now, the refurbishment and renovations at the Hilton Hotel in my constituency of Port of Spain, North St. Anne's West. Massive chain. We had gone through the instructions, etc., the negotiations, and the work is supposed to be currently undertaken. And it is those projects that will attract the ability to drop prices and these types of things. But that is a specific hotel, that's a specific project. Even if you attract, and we in Trinidad and Tobago hope that you're able to attract who you've said, that doesn't assist this line item. So what happens when a guest house in Tobago turns up at your doorstep and say, listen, we have the potential, because we're entering into an arrangement with a UK tour operator to lock in 20 rooms, but we need the assistance of the government for the same, let's say, 900,000 that you've listed for the Cora Suites people. Where is the money going to come from under this line item? That's my simple question.
Yeah, well, so, you know, we going to treat it on a case-by-case basis, and we will, you know, as it comes up, if we need additional support,
you'll go to your colleague in
just, follow established protocols.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. I think it's clear that this is an item to keep your eyes on,
Absolutely.
And you will definitely, with a bit of hope and luck, need some more money put in here to assist the expansions.
Yes.
Thank you.
For Rima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, can I ask the Honourable Minister, what does 007 involve? Institutional strengthening of the Tourism Trinidad Limited. You can give us an idea exactly what is involved in that?
007. Right. Yes, the focus of this project is to build capacity Trinbago as a destination, increase visitor stay over arrivals, increase foreign exchange, increase the sector contribution to GDP, increase employment within the tourism sector to diversify the economy. Yeah. The following areas have been identified as necessary and targeted for the upcoming fiscal 2026. Organizational redesign, acquisition of modern HRIS software, migration from the manual system to the new HRIS system, acquisition of a robust data collection and analyst software. Some key benefits are data-backed marketing strategies, availability of data in real time, greater risk mitigation and enhanced monitoring and evaluation, greater efficiency in the use of technology-based workflow enhancement, fit-for-purpose organizational structure.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may I continue? Yes. Yeah, okay. Honourable Minister, having regard to what you just said, and I'm just following up on R001, which is the enhancement of the single electronic window. Based on what you just indicate, and you also said that you had a strategy meeting very early, have you been able to do any sort of assessment as to what has been the benefits, if you have actually seen any sort of improvement from those who are utilizing this particular project? Have you been able to get any positive feedback?
Yeah. Okay, the single electronic window for trade and business facilitation project, the TT BizLink, is a secure business portal that provides 24/7 access, I think you know that, related to government services in a single electronic platform. Applications submitted online automatically routed to the relevant government agency for electronic processing. This is, to date, TT BizLink currently hosts 53 transactional e-services administered by 24 government agencies across 10 separate ministries, with 31 of these offering online payments. In fact, they have facilitated over 100,000 transactions to date.
So the feedback is very good.
The feedback is very positive, and we believe this is a critical item of expenditure.
Mr. Chair, can I just finish my last question here? Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman and Honourable Minister. As it relates to 002, which is the Global Trinidad and Tobago, which is that a new project? And if it is, could you tell us a little more about exactly what is that project?
What's this here?
Global TT 00.
Yes, 002, yes, Global
Right.
TT.
So, you know, Global TT was earlier this year, like the last year, was merging Expo TT, Creative TT, and Invest TT into one organization. And it exists now under Global TT. I can go through more details if you'd like.
I don't want a lot of details, but maybe since the project has already started, I mean, similar to the single electronic window, are you seeing any benefits from that project as yet?
Yes, similar to the TT BizLink project, by merging these three organizations, you find that everybody is singing from the same hymn book rather than operating in silos, right? And everything is interlinked between trade, investment, and tourism. Too early in the game, but we are seeing positive outcomes.
Thank you very much, Minister.
For the Spain North.
Thank you very much. Minister, following up on the Leader of the Opposition's question on line item R002, this was the implementation of the previous administration's policy. So we took three institutions, merged them into this one, and we have given them the task as well of ruling out the single economic zones, which there is hope would attract investment into Trinidad and Tobago. My understanding is that unfortunately there is not currently a board of directors in place at this company. Are you aware of that?
Yes, there is a board appointed.
When was the board appointed?
No, the board has not.
The board has not been appointed.
The board has not been appointed.
Yes, the board has not been appointed.
Correct, which is what I said. I wouldn't mislead you, Minister.
Pardon?
I wouldn't mislead you. So it really is to alert you and the government that this institution you've just told the Leader of the Opposition plays a critical role in the expansion of investment into Trinidad and Tobago is without a board and has been without direction from the government for the last 5 months. When can we expect a board to be appointed?
It's in progress.
Okay, it's in progress is not a time frame, but fine. The implementation, and it ties into where you see at 007 on the next page, 223, implementation of an integrated digital infrastructure and TTSEZ's regulatory operations, approximately $2.5 million. This rollout, and this would be useful to the Minister of Finance as well, of our SEZs also has implications for Global Forum, right? It was one of the things that had to be done to get us out of the gray area of Global Forum. So there not being a board in place could have implications. What exactly is this $2.5 million expected to be put towards, if I may ask, at 007?
The project objectives implement a licensing and compliance online portal to automate and streamline SEZ application processes, develop public and private registers for SEZ operators, and enterprises to ensure transparency and compliance with AML, CFT regulations. Develop and execute a strategic plan and public awareness campaigns to educate stakeholders about TT, SEZ's regulatory environment and application procedures.
Thank you. Minister, the Global Trinidad and Tobago Limited, the Minister of Finance in his budget speech had a very interesting sentence when he spoke about the levy on insurance companies and banks. He was very, very specific where he said in that speech to the world that insurance companies and banks, financial institutions set up in the SEZ zone would not have to pay the levy that he is in the process of implementing onto banks and insurance companies. May I ask what bank and or insurance company has applied to the TTSEZ?
We don't have that information.
We don't have the information, sir.
You don't have that information.
I could get it for you.
Are you aware if any institution has applied under those headings of insurance or financial institution to the TTSEZ?
No, we're not aware of any.
It is something we will be closely monitoring on this side. If I may go to 008, implementation of a strategic assessment and revitalization program for stranded and distressed public assets in Trinidad and Tobago, $5 million. Can you tell us what this is about, please? What are the stranded assets to which you refer?
They are all over the country. They are stranded and distressed assets, private and public.
Such as? Because you
Such
have a
as-
line item here with $5 million.
Let me give you a private one since I came out of that sector. At one point, we used to make all the hair relaxer we use in this country. And there were pieces of equipment that operated 24/7, 365 days a year producing this. All the equipment is there, mothballed. If we
In the
create
hands
it-
of private investors who no
No,
longer
these
saw
are
it
people
economic.
who have the equipment stored. And under the right environment, they can take it out of mothball and put it back into productive use.
But
That's
is
just one in private.
but is in private hands. Is
It's in private hands.
Private hands.
So that's private. There's also public.
Okay, but Minister, you,
Okay,
as you just said, you've come out of very successful business to give service, I assume. You would know that the first equation for a businessman who is looking to be successful is economic viability and profitability, correct?
Absolutely.
They would not mothball their equipment if it was profitable and if it was an economically viable business. The truth is, with global production and globalization, it has become very difficult for local industry to compete. Presumably, that may be the reason for the mothballing. So what is this $5 million there for? Is it for anybody who has mothball equipment to turn up at your ministry's door and say, give me money, I want money to subsidize?
Okay. For instance,
And also, I think we're being, if it might do you well not to listen to the murmurs coming from your right, because what this specifically says is this distress public assets, not private assets.
Well-
So what are the public assets that your ministry has identified that the taxpayer is putting $5 million towards to revitalize? What are the public assets? That's what surprised me
okay,
about
the
it.
major one is TT Iron and Steel.
TT Iron Steel is not a public asset, sir. In fact, TT Iron and Steel is in receivership in the private hands, having come out of the ArcelorMittal group, which is private. It is all private. So what are the public assets? Public assets have a very, very specific meaning. It means assets owned by the people of Trinidad and Tobago in the public sector. What are the public assets you all have put $5 million towards?
Yeah. I can provide you with a list. The ministry has a comprehensive list. Public, private.
I'm not interested in private, sir, because this money being put by the taxpayers is only for public assets. So if you could provide that list in writing, it would be appreciated. But it is clear that at this stage, no one knows what this is for. So that is cause for serious concern. Now, if I may move along to the last question, 011, development of the scrap metal industry. Only $400,000 puts towards it. It is our information that this industry, that we were very careful to begin the regulation of, because of the criminality that can take place there, unfortunately worked along with the industry, as I'm sure you are aware, because they were reaching out to you up to last week when it ground a halt, and you gave them some indication, is my understanding, that they may proceed. Is this $400,000 going to be sufficient for you to complete the implementation of a new regulation cycle to ensure that the criminality doesn't creep back in and that licenses are issued, that inspectors go to the scrap yards, that before goods are exported, scrap iron is exported, the government sufficiently looks through each container, etc., and is properly inspected? $400,000 for the year? Is that sufficient?
Yes, from our analysis, it will be sufficient, but if we do need additional support, we'll follow established protocols.
I'm sure Mr. Ferguson knows where to find the ministry to let you know whether it is or it isn't.
Yes, he is.
But, sir, with the greatest of respect, $400,000 quite simply is not going to be sufficient to regulate the scrap iron industry. Thank you
very much. Before we move on, I'd like to acknowledge the presence and welcome the students and teachers of the Karapichaima Anglican Primary School. They are in the audience. Thank you very much. Diego Martin West.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I want to appreciate going through these documents and through this process. It's a lot of going back and forth in terms of the documents. Now, under item D, we are actually seeing the absence of the Sport Tourism Master Plan implementation. Is there going to be any form of action towards sport tourism?
D what, please?
It was under the heading D previously, but it's notably absent now.
Yeah, they identify.
There's a point you may make otherwise, but unless there's a light item on which you wish to ask a question, we're going to have to move along.
So let me ask the question under 006, Tourism Industry Entrepreneurial Strengthening Project ties. So given that there was an allocation for the Sport Tourism Master Plan implementation of $250,000 previously, is there any plan at all for sport tourism inside of the minister's plans?
Sport tourism. Just speak about sport tourism.
Yeah, you know, the sport tourism is an area we are actively exploring and pursuing across a lot of major sports. It's a long list. Right? We have big dreams of how we're going to do this.
Sport is something we are looking at, and if we require more investment,
Yeah.
we'll go to the protocol.
Yeah. It would require some investment, yes. We do have underutilized facilities, which we believe could be successfully leveraged. And we are meeting the people from FIA, hoping that we can do car racing, we can do, you know. So it's a comprehensive portfolio of opportunities we are exploring.
Thank you very much, Minister, for identifying the big dreams and plans. I would like to request in writing, if possible, just in the economy of time, Mr. Speaker, elaboration of these particular big dreams and investments.
Sure.
Thank you, Malava Mausika.
Thank you, Chair. On the very same line item on the issue of sport tourism, as we know, horse racing is referred to as the sport of kings, and I noticed there was no allocation to the Racing Authority. Can you tell us, Minister, what is the Does this line item cover anything to do with horse racing? To revive
I think
that?
we've passed that.
No, I'm saying the minister spoke about sport tourism,
Member,
which is what the last member
Member,
raised.
I have said the allocation for Trinidad and Tobago Racing Authority, we've already passed that. You can ask that question in a different forum.
Thank
So
you,
I
thank you,
propose-
Chair. I'm following up on the question that was asked by the
Member,
last member.
if you
for
listen
Digo.
to me, I propose to move along to the next one, seeing that all these questions on tourism have been exhausted.
The
and
questions on
member-
tourism have not been exhausted, Minister.
Do you
The-
propose to ask another question?
Chair, yes, I am dealing with line item 003, the implementation of a national apprenticeship program, 5.971 million, page 222. Can the minister indicate how many persons that line item is going to target and what is going to be the tenure of that apprenticeship program?
We're going back. Chair, we'll keep going back.
No, this is 222. The problem with this is, and it's a problem created at the feet of Port of Spain. Notice he jumped across the R, but yes, but that's fine because I intend to skip R afterwards. So it's page 222, Minister, and it's the second from the bottom of that page. Is the penultimate item on that page?
D002.
D002 is what we're looking at?
No.
R002.
R003.
R003.
R003 is the penultimate item on page 222. R003. Implementation of a national apprenticeship program, non-energy manufacturing sector.
And what's the question?
If perhaps the member could repeat it.
The question is, how many persons is this allocation intended to target? How many apprentices? And what would be the tenure of the apprenticeship? How long?
Yes. There are over 300 trainees developing their skills in various areas of specialization, equipping themselves for high-level and technical jobs within the manufacturing sector. Areas of specialization include industrial mechanical technology, mechanical engineering technology, mechatronics and electrical engineering technology. 114 trainees in cohort 1 completed training in the industrial attachment phase of the program, with over 25 private sector participation companies. 98 trainees in cohort 2 have recently advanced to the second year of training, and 100 trainees in cohort 3 have recently advanced to their first year of training.
So I assume, Minister, that a stipend is being paid to these apprentices?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. A stipend allowance of $4,101,000
In total.
in total.
Can you indicate what is the amount of the stipend that is paid to each apprentice?
$2,000.
$2,000.
Per month?
That's correct.
Yeah.
And just how long is this apprenticeship? Is it 6 months, a year?
3 years.
So 3 years.
3 years, 3 years. Cohort starts at start of year 3, 3 years.
Okay, thank you.
Propose to move to item 005. Multi-sectoral and other services. B, Bureau of Standards, we're at page 224.
Mr. Chair, I know you said
Yep. Item 005, multi-sectoral and other services. B, Bureau of Standards, page 224.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, but you mentioned 005, and then you went right on to 224.
It's
I had
be-
something on 223. You simply said 05, and so you're speaking with the
I had
officer.
assumed that because...
No, I looked at you and you were...
No, I had assumed that because you and Port of Spain
Yes.
North had jumped ahead to R, that you all had exhausted your questions on R. That is why I moved ahead to 005. Is it that you wish to
Yes.
ask a question?
On 223, yes.
On 223,
Thank you.
R, supporting industrial development initiatives, page 222 to 223.
Thank you kindly, Mr. Chair, which is the implementation, maintenance, and support of a port community system that's transferred from trade and industry. Can the minister provide us with any information as it relates to the status of that project?
R005 we're looking at.
Yes, please.
R005.
Okay.
Page 223.
Right. So, pardon me, could you repeat the question?
What's the question, Leader?
Yes, your implementation, maintenance, and support of a port community system. Could you give us what's the status of that project, please?
Yes. So this project was started in June 2023, and we are continuing it. The PCS will integrate the IT platforms of various stakeholders, including the Asecuda system, which is the Customs Border Control System, the Navis system, and the TT BizLink platform to enable seamless data exchange and improve the efficiency of imports and exports, all towards the ease of doing business.
Very much. Mr. Chair, linked to that question, well, not really, but at 008, which is another project, which is the implementation of a strategic assessment and revitalization program for stranded and distressed public assets. Honorable Minister, could you tell us whether the Trinidad and Tobago Strategy Institute is involved in this project? And could you also tell us what would be the procurement methodology used for this project, please?
No. Okay. Yeah. The TT, the Strategy Institute is not involved directly in this project.
Okay. Honorable Minister, is there any specific institution that is responsible for the implementation of this project?
The Ministry of Trade, Investment and Tourism.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so I propose now to go to item 005, multi-sectoral and other services. B, Bureau of Standards. A, administrative services. F, public buildings. Member for Aruka Lopino.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. To the Minister. Minister, item F, 001, upgrade and restoration of the Lopino Historical Site. I observe that you have an allocation of $3 million. Can you state what is the ministry's plan for the utilization of this allocation?
90% of the works have been completed. It's an ongoing project. We just have the retention. Was it? Yeah. We have enough allocation to cover the cost to pay the contractor. It's an ongoing project which we're finalizing.
Yes. So what is the plan for the utilization of the $3 million, Minister?
Okay. The scope and completion of comprehensive restoration works undertaken to preserve and enhance the historic and functional integrity of the Lopino Heritage Site. Yeah. The scope of works.
No, I know the project very well. It's in my constituency.
Great.
So I'm asking, what is your plan? What is the ministry's plan for this allocation of $3 million in this fiscal year?
The contractor is the payoff contractors.
Yes, the pay of the contractors, but I can give you the scope of works if you like.
Say again?
I can give you a comprehensive scope of works if you like.
No, I know the scope of works. The project is done.
To pay off
I'm
contractors.
asking, what is your plan for this allocation? Simple.
Yeah, just to pay off existing contractors.
Yes.
That's
it's-
basically what it's for.
It's to settle
And to complete the
outstanding.
project.
So it's to settle outstanding contractual
Yes, obligations.
liabilities.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you also state whether the ministry proposes to move on to the other phases of this project?
I have no information about that at this time.
Okay.
Thank you. There being no other questions on this, honorable members, we shall now move on to the Infrastructure Development Fund, page 322. Item 005, multi-sectoral and other services. Q, Evolving Technologies and Enterprise Development Company Limited. Okay. There being no questions, I propose to put the question.
Chair, my hand was up. Thank you. Mr. Chair, as it relates to 324, implementation of Hilton Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Chair, having regard to the allocation in 2025, I see no allocation in 2026, and having regard to the, I don't want to repeat the comments from the Member of Parliament for Port of Spain North St. Anne's West, but could the Minister indicate why is there no allocation in 2026 for this project?
There's a 10 million.
There's a 10 million allocation.
Yes, there is a 10 million allocation.
There's a 10 million allocation. Okay, and is the Minister satisfied that that would be sufficient to complete that project?
Well, we are seeking additional funding outside of PSIP.
Thank you, Minister.
Malaba Mausika.
Thank you, Chair. The line item 003, renovation of the Magdalena Grand Beach and Golf Resort, allocation of 10 million. Can the Minister indicate to us, would that be sufficient? And exactly what would that 10 million cover?
Just say yes, it is sufficient for now.
Yes. This allocation, we believe, is sufficient at this time.
Can you indicate what works it's going to cover? Because I recall the last administration allocated some 56 million for the project.
Yeah, okay. Upgrades, the HV system upgrades, north elevator, south elevator, additional works to elevator, plumbing system upgrades, main pool upgrades. New MEP and structural upgrades and consultancy.
So is this going to be an ongoing project, so we can assume this is a first phase?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
Diego Martin West.
Specifically, Chair, I would like to deal with 002, upgrade to Factory Road Industrial Park infrastructure. I want to know exactly what will these upgrades include.
Okay. This is for provision of construction, supervision, engineering consultancy services, engineering design services for the upgrade of Factory Road Industrial Park, Phase 1 package, east, complete construction of entry-exit points, laybys, internal roads, internal drainage work, and supporting services.
Package 2.
Package 2, west, complete construction of entry-exit points, laybys, internal roads, internal drainage system, and finalize connection of supporting services.
Thank you very much, Minister. Noted.
San Fernando East.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Honorable Minister, I'm looking here at the Q010, upgrades to the flagship complex at Tamina Intech Park. Yes. What exactly is this park going to be used for going forward? Because I know that the strategy has changed over time.
Upgrades to the flagship complex at Tamana Park, at Tamana Intech Park, HSE, Health, Safety and Environment, ETech. Okay. So for fiscal 2026, replacement of TAPO, the thermoplastic roof membrane of the flagship building, supply and installation of a new central heating, ventilation, air conditioning chiller. The objective is to further maintain, operate the flagship building in a healthy, safe, and environmentally friendly manner.
Right, so I got that, but what will the flagship building be used for?
It's offices.
Offices,
It's offices.
offices.
It can be offices.
It is.
It is used for offices. That's
For what,
the
for what
E-Tech,
purpose? For what purpose?
E-Tech's office.
Right, the Tamana Park, it's supposed to be an industrial park.
Yeah.
What offices are going to be housed there? What kind of offices?
E-Tech is there, and ICOR is there as a tenant.
E-Tech is there, ICO is there,
As a tenant.
ICO as a tenant is there.
and ICO is a tenant there.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
E-Tech is housed there, and ICO is a tenant there.
Thank you, sir.
Honorable members, the question is that the sum of $285,517,600 for head 85, the Ministry of Trade, Investment and Tourism, now stand part of the schedule. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The sum of $285,517,600 for head 85, the Ministry of Trade, Investment and Tourism, now stands part of the schedule. I want to thank the technocrats and the public officers from the Ministry of Trade and Investment for attending to us yesterday, and I apologize for keeping you all yesterday. It was